Good place to start a video. Yeah, that's not the direction the sun comes from, but I'm sure that's a little smoke in the air. Yard light just shut off. Cows are still coming in, so I'm stalling. Mom's paper's actually here this morning. I mean, I'll be damned. But here you go. 38 fires burning in the state. One of those fires shut down Interstate 84 yesterday, and it is like over 250,000 acres at the moment. I can't tell you the sizes of the rest of them. Honestly, they're, the big ones that way, somewhere that way. There's a few small ones that way, and I know some over that way, but what's small at the moment, I have no idea. That small might be 10 or 20 or 30,000 acres. And so far we've been lucky enough that that little bit is all we get to see for smoke. Although I know most of you aren't that lucky. It's headed the other way. Anyway, let's see what today brings. I still need to get down and finish cutting at the neighbors. I might do that when I get done feeding. Go wake the rest of the neighborhood up, because once you fire up a disc mower, people wonder what the hell's coming. You can hear them. I mean, hell, when I wasn't the only one cutting, when Dad had cut or the hired man had cut the neighbors, I could be in the shop working on stuff, fan blowing, radio on. I mean, granted, that little walnut tree right there, that's corner of the field, corner in the road. Goes around the timber behind me. But I could hear him when he's at the other end of the place too. Oh well. Cross our fingers on a few things today. Hopefully get something freaking going. Morning, Cowboy. Good morning, Sapphire. Good morning, Ruby, hiding away back there. How are you this morning? No? How about you? Oh, you're gonna follow me. The brat's gonna follow me. How about you? Okay. Hey, but you turn your head away. I gotcha. I don't want your face. Okay. Last thing I gotta feed. Look at that. You get to see like one head and half a head. Bunch of shadows. Ty's complaining that Blakely's outfit doesn't match, but I think it looks all right.
But she picked her own headband.
Picked her own headband.
Hi, baby. And the rest of the outfit's in there that I'm assuming goes with it. So.
I got one. Her mom sent a bunch of.
So, hey, Blakely.
Is that Grandpa?
Tell everybody good morning.
Say good morning.
Dirty face.
So I was playing with Wee Wee and my boyfriend Ben and Grandma this morning, and I was eating breakfast.
Not gonna say good morning.
What did you have for breakfast?
Oh, changed earrings again. She had green ones in. Now she got blue ones.
The blue ones have been in since her pictures. So
I
that's.
thought the green. Let's see how much I pay attention. Oh well. I did too.
You wave at Grandpa?
It cost me money for you to go become a 29-year-old.
Hey, wave at Grandpa. You're so tired, Punky.
She must have had a long night.
Oh, she's too.
This is proving to be fun. Actually, in some heavier stuff and making a windrow out of it. It's getting caught. The good thing is I haven't had to cut it off yet. Keyword yet. I think this one I got caught because of that. Last time it just caught up right here. So this is how my day's going. I came down with the bike, and in the shop we use, what are they, a 60-gallon yard debris bag. It's on the front of the bike, about 3/4 full with tansy. My toolbox is now full. I think I got all of it that's out here. There's some over there against the fence. It's not in my way. I just really don't want it to go to seed. And over in the corner by the driveway, against the road, in the back swath, is probably about 15 or 20 nice healthy plants. Yeah, this is what I'm trying to get done before it gets too warm. Yay. And Becky went to town this morning for groceries, and for lack of any place better, since she was going to be right beside Hobo Freight anyway, she's going to get a couple of little cans of R134 so I can hopefully top off that other tractor. It's cycling too much. It's got enough to work, but it's cycling too much. So, but yeah, this is what I'm doing. Uneven. There's a strip over there. I got one pass by it. And then the back swath. I don't know if it was a ditch that was filled in years ago or what, but there's chunks of concrete and all kinds of shit, and there's a hump about 1.5 feet tall. And used to be, people that owned that, when they were still dairying, when I was a kid, they rented this, and they had alfalfa in here, in the whole thing. But you know, different owners over time have done whatever. Like the current owner, he put a backstop in for shooting, and dug a pond, and of course, you know, buildings that are there that weren't there way back when. Way back when, I think there was a house and there was a little shed. The shed wasn't much. And one of the owners before these people built what they call a shop. It's right on the other side of those apple trees. And then these people built the barn and put the big garden in. And now I guess when we're done haying and we got some time at some point, we're taking the rest of the fences out. And I'd like to run the big disc through this. I'd like to get rid of all the crap over there and get rid of his backstop. He don't need it no more. He's up there. Too bad that's not the only tansy. There is one between here and his shooting backstop. I come over with the John Deere and we pulled 2 posts out of the corner so I can get in here. She's bringing the bike back over with my bag full of tansy. And I need to let her know there's one over here too. And the mule is still in, hasn't been anywhere, hasn't gone nowhere. He's just got the barn in that little strip. And I gotta remember, it's been years since I've been in this little patch. We used to fertilize it for him until they decided it didn't need to get fertilized anymore. And there's, oh shit. Okay, now I know there's a big hole there. That's from the stairs going in and out right there forever. Ouch. So anyway, I did a lot of tile repair out here not long after they bought the place. I don't know how far up the tiles go, but they're all milled clay tile and they aren't very deep. And now she's here, so I'm going to talk to her. My work here is done. I was going to take that home, and no, I'll leave that down here because now that it's cut, we get a chance. Fence posts from that field come around to there, they can all come out. And from here, out to the road can all come out. Should have really done that before I cut that piece, but. So here's what I did so I can fold up. Slit that and went that way. It was still kind of attached. I think what happened here, that looks like it was a splice in this piece. And it happened to be where the end of this, right there. There's where the end of it rode. Yeah. And then the fun thing is, there's a bushing in here, riveted in. The ride's right here. You could never get the right spot to grease that apparently, because that's all wore off. So I should be able to fold it up now and take this thing home and then order a new shield. Gotta love it. My gate Becky. Hey look, this tractor has tires on it. And the hood's not as big, and better paint, just fade a little bit. Yeah, I don't know how to get the baler out here today, but I'm gonna go at least start raking. All I do is set it down. I could drive over that. She's trying to sign something to me. I don't know what she wants. Oh well. I was going to show you the creek, but there's not much there to see. We haven't pumped an ounce of water out of it yet. And it's already into August levels, I suppose. I moved over, I thought she was coming. All she did was get through the gate. I'll get out of her way. Yeah, we do got to get the pump in, and Becky's got some thistles to spray. I'm not sure if she got those yet or not. Blackberries there too. Need to get a hold of the power company and their forester and say, hey, we've been like 7 years now, but every time they show up is either right after we've literally put 3 inches of water down, or when there's 3 feet of water down there in the winter. Kind of hard to get to it to cut it there. And I don't see any gate handles in my way. I see them hanging over there, so she came all the way up here for nothing. We're going to see what this looks like. It's going to look like shit, I already know that. If anybody knows when I cut this piece, let me know. All I know is it's been a long time ago. There's pretty good regrowth underneath it. And since that whole 200ths of an inch of rain we got the other day, you can see green between the windrows in certain places. But boy, underneath the windrows, I expected it all to be light green like right there, or yellow. It looks really good. And there's still some color to it. The best color, but one thing about this stuff, roll it up now and you can still see a little green in it. Not that there was a lot when I cut it. More green over there laying on top. And of course, the sun's going to hit it, the dew's going to be on it in the morning, and that green's going to fade. But once the baler wads it up and shoves it into a package, it breaks the stems, and then usually you see even more green. And yeah, I'm going around the field backwards. Usually we'll go the other way, but it doesn't matter with an inline baler. And stuff like the tree hanging over the fence, that barrier doesn't stick out as far as that one. This tractor, they're both in pretty close, but the case tractors, they're out farther to clear the door. And hey, I found the cows. Saw them my last round. They come out of the trees. So it was about 85 before I came out here. So it's warm enough. But anyway, lots of clover right here, and gopher. And I seen you guys in your speed rakes, and those are cool and all, but those wheel rakes with gopher mounds, or with stuff that was lodged and didn't cut very clean, they can be issues. This thing just doesn't. There's very few wheel rakes in the valley. Most of them are bar rakes like this. Got Twin Star and Allen are two of the biggies, but there's a hell of a lot of New Holland. That's why we can afford this one. We would have had a 8827 Allen, but we borrowed it for a couple of years because they'd gotten a new rake and weren't using it. Then it rained on red clover when it was right before they were going to combine, and they drilled a couple extra holes in the adjustments on it so they could swing the baskets around and use it to fluff with gently. And they took it back, and really haven't even talked to them since. And I got parts for it that we bought. If they want them, they're here. But anyway, I'm going to get this one raked. I'm not going to do corners. I learned my lesson when we got the 4900 Heston, and I custom baled for the guy we bought it from. And they had one rake and two balers plus me baling. And that one rake, it very rarely set anywhere. It was always on the move to stay ahead of everything. And when they got a chance, they would go rake up like 200 acres ahead of me. And it might be there for a week before I got there, but they'd do the corners. So it just made a mess. Even if you went in and tried to bale the corners first, because they'd be clumpy and part of the clumps would fall back in where the windrow was on the corner, and then you plug the pickup up. And, well, I just do it my way. I usually follow the rake, but Ty still isn't feeling good. Just got a hold of her surgeon after he got back from vacation, and he's going to try to bump her surgery up. Because really, I got an hour of work out of her this morning, and other than that, maybe a couple hours yesterday on the baler, if that. I got to watch out for roots hanging out here. I don't need to be grabbing one and tearing a bunch of teeth off the rake. And yeah, ring around the rosy. So anyway, I got done cutting at the neighbors early enough that we went back down since the tractor was still there, and we pulled all those fence posts out between the two original hay fields. And by their pond next to where we go in, we put a couple back in to mark for where there's rocks he's got around the pond. And I get done here, it's going to be the end of my day. Park the tractor out here in the field and get Becky to come out and get me. That way I don't got to fight them, and besides that, I don't have to pull the rake up or anything. It's sitting out here. When we get far enough, then we do corners. Assuming that damn baler's going to work. Get better. Especially where we're a month late at least. Get better, just eat it up, spit it out, and not have any troubles. Anyway, that's enough gabbing for me. You can see what they don't have for pasture, so if everything works right, they'll be on this in 2 or 3 days. They'll think they died and gone to heaven. Green grass plus all that was lodged. That's a lot better than what they're on. So, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope y'all had a great hump day. Hope everybody has a great Thursday. And we'll see if we get some bales made.